VIMTV, Velocities in Music. Today, we're going to do a 2010 release from Portugal, The Man. It's called American Ghetto. And just from that, you can... The album cover is pretty interesting, and the album title is pretty interesting, too. And just from that, you know you're going to get something, well, quite interesting. Portugal, The Man has released, I think, 4 albums in the past 4 years, or 5 albums in the past 4 years. I mean,
very prolific.
Prolific, and that's a good thing. That's something that's kind of lost on musicians today. I mean, it's not really all their fault. They have to put out with all you crazy internet people who are watching shows like this who, you know, have to dissect it and then pirate all the music. I mean, that's not what we do, but I'm sure people out there pirate the music. And then they have live tours and stuff like that they have to deal with, and merch and all that crap. It's not the same as it used to be, Tito. But what do you know about Portugal, The Man?
Not much, other than just kind of what you just said and what music they make. I mean, it's a very unique sound. You mentioned Secret Machines.
Yes.
We were thinking Raconteurs, maybe some early Beck around like the Mellow Gold to Odelay period.
Yeah. I get a strong sense that this kind of sounds like, if you were to compare this to Gorillaz or Broken Bell, something, it's almost like Danger Mouse produced.
Yeah, because it's got a very, like, you just want to nod your head and walk down some urban alleyway while listening to this. And I love that attitude, and the production is cool because it's not like synthesized, it's very real sounding, but at the same time, that's why I compared it to like Odelay, because it's kind of glitchy, sounds like you're listening to it on vinyl even when you're not. Right. Just very fat, you know, kind of beat-based songs.
Well, and from what I looked up, I mean, it sounds like the production is the poppiest it's ever been. It sounds like this is the poppiest, most mainstream album that Portugal The Man's ever put out. So a lot of fans are kind of rattled by it. But, I mean, as an album, if you're looking at this in comparison to all the music out there, and not just Portugal The Man's back catalog, I mean, I think that you're going to have different results. I mean, this is definitely not a bad album. I feel like some of the fans are being a little tough on it. But overall, there's one thing that, I mean, this album time, and tell me if you feel this way, because I almost got like this trip-hop vibe.
Very much so, very much so.
And it's odd because this does not, I mean, from the moment you put it on, this doesn't come off sounding like a trip-hop sound. It's more Gorillaz or something like...
Or even Black Keys.
Yeah, Black Keys. That's a great comparison. But as the album progresses, you definitely get a big whiff of some serious trip hop beats going on. But the cool thing that I noticed about it is that there's tons of great guitar work on this album, and the whole album is centered around this guitar work. While the beats are there, and while the vocals are there, and all these other elements are there, the whole sound is like the foundation is the guitar work. That's what the songs are built around, and I love when an album can build itself around guitar work. Led Zeppelin used to do that, and I'm a Zeppelin freak, so what can you do? what do you think, Tom? What did you feel about American Ghetto?
I liked it. I really, and it's another one that, God, I feel like I'm saying this so much tonight. Another one of those where I feel like the sound was better than the songwriting that backed up the sound. I love this style. I love the production. I love the attitude. I love the delivery of the vocals. And he pulls it off. He sells it. Has kind of a Jack White-esque vibe about him. But it works. I feel like some of the songs are clearly better than others. Clearly more catchy, more meaningful. But this is a lot of fun to listen to, and I'm going to come back to this.
And something that I liked about it is that it's very well albumized, or that's a word I made up a long time ago that I've been using a lot, and the fact that there's lots of different styles presented on the album. You know, there's poppier songs, there's more trippy songs, but together, you know, they space the songs out and make them and put the songs in order. I mean, I think the song has a strong opener and the album has a strong opener and a strong closer. And the album, you can flow through the album nicely in one listen, and you're not encouraged to skip a track. That's something that I really look for in any album, and I feel like they do a good job of that. But, you know, original sound, but I do agree, Tom, it at times does feel like some of the ideas and, you know, production and all the other elements of the music, the idea of the music itself, the concept behind it, what's driving it, is actually greater than some of the individual songs.
And almost like their ambition exceeds their abilities at times.
Yeah, it would almost be cool to see him, you know, kind of take it to the next level.
Yeah.
Just for that. And I think because of that, I'm feeling more of a slightly below an 80, kind of like 79. This is on the cusp of being like a really good album for me. But it's still very solid. thought it was very strong.
I'm going to go even 80.
Nice.
I really like this album. I'm definitely going to listen to their past stuff and looking forward to what they do in the future because I'm glad that someone is bringing this style back. It's something that, I mean, well, you know, there are other, we already freaking named some of the other more modern artists that are doing this, but these guys put a spin on it that I really like.
Yeah. And you know, Tom, this would be a great album or a great band to do one of the back catalogs. If the next set we do after this next set is going to be the back catalog set, let us know what you think. I want to know what these guys think. If you've made it this far in the episode, answer this question, please. Would you guys be interested if we did a set of back catalog albums? So albums that aren't new, but we go back through our artists and find different albums. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Tell us what you think. But yeah, this is a strong album. I'm glad we reviewed it. I'm kind of done talking about it.
Don't have anything else to say.
Tell us what you guys think. Do you like this album? Did you think that their previous albums were better? I mean, it sounds like a lot of fans are like that, but I want to know what you guys think and if you think we're way off about anything or what you would give it. Tell us at www.velocitiesandmusic.com or www.youtube.com/velocitiesandmusic at our YouTube channel. I'm Jake.
I'm Tom.
And we are VIMTV, Velocities and Music, moving music critique forward.